Hi, welcome to Randall's Log, video 30, and I'm Randall Armstrong. And today's date is Monday, January 30th, 2017. Wow, January is basically over. I think there's one more day in January. I can't remember if it's 30 days or 31 days. We'll find out tomorrow. Uh, anyways, woke up tired this morning, of course. Had to be at work. I actually ended up getting to work late. It was like 15 minutes late. Thankfully, it wasn't packed or busy when I got there, and you know, the Yvonne's very laid back. She's very nice, so she didn't make a big deal of it. She was just happy I was there, and she kind of jinxed today because she's like, oh, it says on the paper on the list, that we had like 10 people last year, and she's like, that could have been on a Sunday or Saturday or who knows. So she's like, I hope we get that many people. We got a lot of people today. Today was brutal. It's 10 o'clock now. I have a feeling that she probably just left work somewhere between 9 and 10. I got to leave around 7 because I mostly answer phones and take down appointments and help customers. Once we're closed and the doors are locked, like I don't have to be there to do to answer the phones. I considered staying extra just to watch how she helps people and signs people up, and kind of like learn how to prep and set up for the taxes. I considered that, but in all honesty, I really did feel tired. Today was a long day. Answering a bunch of phones, filing the paperwork. Just essentially, my job is to hear people complain. It feels like Best Buy. I worked at customer service in Best Buy. I worked in returns. So when people were upset about the product or they had issues, they're unhappy, they're going to complain. That's retail. This is taxes. One lady's like, "Oh my God, I think this is worse than the hospital." And I say, "Well, the hospitals have more doctors. Like we had literally 2 tax preparers. What probably didn't make things easier was there was a girl that's training to be a tax preparer, and she's sitting in one of the desks. And when people come in, they don't know that, and so they see her and they think, why isn't she helping me? At least I go up to people and I talk to people, and I kind of let most of them know, hey, I'm not a tax preparer. I answer the phones, I assist the people. That's what I do. And so, and obviously once they know that, then they're like, they don't make a big deal out of it. But man, oh my God. I think we have to work out a system, a plan, like from 6 p.m. Because basically the tax ladies, they do their best to help and inform and properly do everything in the computer and file everyone's taxes. They're very thorough, which is good. You want people like that, especially when they're handling your taxes, your money, But anyways, they take between 30 minutes to an hour helping people. Excuse me, not people, person. Each person. It takes that long on average. And man, it's one of those situations like it's brutal. It was just brutal. I don't blame them if at the end of the day they're pissed off and they're like, this job sucks. I don't blame them because it's an exhausting job. It's the busy season, so I know that mentally, and I'm sure they're experienced, they've done this for years. At the end of the day, they're just like, whatever, I did the best I could, and this is the job. This is what happens. I wish there was more I could do to help, and I need to learn more. But it's hard for me to learn when my job is to keep answering phones and I keep getting interrupted. So hopefully we can work out a way for me to spend time and learn. Because even today, she says, yeah, if it's slow enough and you don't have to answer the phones, you can come over here and watch me and you can learn. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Nope. I mean, I had time to jump on my smartphone and scroll through Facebook, but in between that, it's like there's no time. So I feel bad. I'm gonna try to wake up early enough so I can stop at Dunkin' Donuts and maybe buy some donuts and offer something nice for Yvonne if she if she goes to work tomorrow. Like if she's so burnt out and tired from tonight and calls out tomorrow, I don't blame her. You know, but yeah, I mean, it was a Monday, man. When you think of Monday, you think most people are at work. You don't think like 20 people, 30 people are going to show up and on a Monday and be like, hey, I want to get my taxes done. I can't tell you how many people came in and after sitting there for like 30 minutes to an hour, they're just like, nope, I'm gone. At least 3 or 4 people who were in there and sat down and waited were, smart enough to say, listen, schedule me an appointment for tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm like, okay. And even then, those people doing that, leaving, more people continue to come in. It was just insane. It's insane. All right, but anyways, so I got to work a little late. I stayed after work a little late, so actually, surprisingly, it was almost exactly the amount of time I was late for, which wasn't even planned. I was like prepared to like leave there right at 7. I didn't leave until 7:15. I actually had lunch today at work. I went to the food court. I really don't go into the mall, especially University Mall. I don't go in there very often. That mall, well, I mean, granted, it is Monday, but it just looked dead. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like on the weekend. Like, I think maybe Saturday I will go to the food court and see like how many people are actually at the mall. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I feel like I haven't been getting enough sleep this past week. And I just have to manage my time better. I have to just force myself to go to sleep earlier, because I like to sleep. Can't tell you how many times this past week I woke up and I'm like, nope, I want to go back for another 5-10 minutes, and I just slowly move out of bed and drag myself out of bed and get ready. And once like I'm in the car and I got the music playing and I'm driving on my way to work, that's when I'm like really like awake. But before that, I'm just like a zombie. I'm just like coasting. I had Chinese food for lunch. Didn't eat the whole thing, which I was very proud of. Didn't feel sick or bloated, or a little bit maybe, like just a little bloated, but like it went away pretty fast. I had to keep reminding myself, like, you cannot eat this whole thing. You should only be eating enough to stop the hunger. If you feel hungry, you eat. The minute you don't feel hungry anymore, you stop. So I had some of the leftovers for dinner. The portion that I had for dinner tonight was essentially just the leftover rice and noodles. Mixed that up with some white rice that I had and some of the beef that my mom cooked. The leftover chicken I will probably have tomorrow night with like a little bit of rice maybe. But yeah, I got out of there. Oh, I do have it with me. The one cool thing that I got tonight was this new shirt. Frank pointed this out to me, and honestly, I want to own it as a poster, like a giant poster. Like if I own a business or a shop, and I'm like, I want something to hang up in the background, or if I own a house, I would want this hanging up on the wall just because it's so awesome. It's from one of my favorite comedic films. I will show you. That's me taking the bull by the horns. It's a metaphor, but no, really, that happened. Oh man, I love it. White Goodman. It's on both sides, the front side and the back. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. I love it. It's a little snug. It's not tight, snug. snug on me. I mean, honestly, it's a comfortable shirt. It feels comfortable to wear. Um, the problem is it's purple. I don't think purple looks good on me. I'll make it work though. Once I get back to working out. Project Hugh Jackman. Operation Rebirth. Um, but yeah, this was the highlight of my day, that shirt. I'm so happy it came in. One of the most expensive shirts, one of the most expensive, shirts I've ever, bought. When I buy a shirt, it's like 15, 20 bucks, 25 at the most. This was like, I think 30, 35 plus shipping and all that stuff. So it came out to like $40, $45. That's why I consider it, because of the shipping, I consider it like so expensive. But still, it's an awesome shirt. Now I just got to get a poster of it. So I know I mentioned last night's video that I would show off some of the comics and I would do something for this video, but the truth is I really need to go to sleep. I really need to get the proper rest. It's work, man. It requires my energy, my time, my focus. I don't want to slack off. I don't want to just go into a job and collect a paycheck. I want to go in there and I want to do a good job. I want to learn. So, and it helps if you get a decent night's sleep. You get like the proper rest. It helps. It makes a difference in the way the person responds and the way the person works, essentially. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm not my normal self, I think. That's how brutal of a day it was at work. It really was. Just unhappy person after unhappy person after unhappy person. It's hard to stay positive. It's exhausting. It's draining. And and I hope these people understand that we're not trying to make them unhappy. They're like, you should hire more people. Like, okay, I agree. You should have one person specifically for walk-ins, and then everyone else for appointments or whatever. Sure, I get that. I just wish people would stop complaining. I understand now. I understand that when I complain, I'm probably complaining to somebody who doesn't want to hear it. They're like exhausted. They're tired. They're like, I don't want to hear it. You're pissing me off. I get it. I get the feeling. I understand the mentality of it. So, but they just have to understand. They just have to learn, and I know if I had to get my taxes done and it was busy and there were a lot of people in there, I'd say, you know what? I have a day off. What time do you open? I'll be there. It's much easier to do that. It's much easier to go at the opening time. It really is. Just because then you're one of the first people. All these people coming in late, and you come in late, you're gonna have to wait. The problem is they don't understand the process. They don't understand like how long it takes. I try to let people know in advance as they sign in. Listen, we only have 2 tax preparers. It takes between 30 minutes to an hour for them to help one person. There are 4 people in front of you. Do the math. They probably do the math when they hear 30 minutes to an hour, they're thinking 30 minutes per person. So when they think 30 minutes per person, they're thinking, oh, okay, so there's one person there. And then, there's 2 tax preparers. Well, there's 2 people each with a tax preparer, and then 4 people on top of that. So if I do the math, it's only like an hour and a half. Yeah, if you're doing best case scenario. You never do best case scenario. You do worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is 1 hour. So it's 1 hour per person. That's 3 hours. Are you prepared to sit there and wait for 3 hours? The sad thing was, I think, and here's the thing too, is you're waiting 3 hours to get help. Then you have to wait another hour because you're being helped within that hour. So essentially it's 4 hours of your time. You know, this is a perfect example of people not knowing how to manage their time. They're there now. They're like, screw it, I'm here. I'm just gonna wait. And then it'll be done. It'll be over with, and I won't have to worry about it anymore. Which that I can understand. That I can relate to. You know, I'm sometimes of that mentality. But anyways, let me go ahead and cut it off. Good night. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this was a bit of a letdown of a video. It was a brutal day. Let it be known. Let it be remembered. And persevere. Make it through these brutal days. Hopefully the next day's better. And always try to think positive. It will get better. I will have a better video tomorrow. Guaranteed. I'm guaranteeing it. All right. Good night. Thanks for watching.